Your first dividend since your listing in 2007, obviously good news for shareholders.
Fantastic news. We're very excited to actually present a dividend. We've taken a bit of flack over the last few years about our cash flow and trying to be a dividend yielding company, and finally we've achieved it, so we're very excited.
And you're happy and comfortable with your cash flow situation at the moment?
100%. Our cash flow improved by over 68 million rand in the last year, and so it's compliments to the management team. We've really tightened up the stock holdings, kept the debtors in check, and made sure our cash flow is correct.
You also say in your results that, in a way, the recession has been pretty good for your business in terms of getting rid of competitors and also some of the regulatory changes that took place. What is your market share at the moment?
Market share in satellite, we're closing on around about 80% market share in satellite, and the TV aerial accessories around about 70-75%. And the newer divisions of ours, the domestic electrical is still growing, and audio is still growing. So we've got a lot of room to grow in different divisions, but we're very happy with our achievements.
Along the same lines, DStv also saw an uptick in subscribers during the recession, obviously because people wanted to stay at home rather than go out. And you've got Top TV coming in, as well as the World Cup. I imagine all of this was good for your business.
It was a fantastic push. We've been talking about the lower LSMs taking up the satellite television offering. We thought it might be a shot in a once-off event, and so it became a second-time event. It's actually been a steady growth now, so it's something we can look forward to in the future as well.
A bit disappointing, though, is this extended delay in terms of digital migration in South Africa, because obviously that's going to be an important part for your business going forward. What exactly is happening? What is government saying? What are you hearing on the ground?
I think there's a lot of confusion between the DVB format and DVB-T format and the Japanese format. We're just holding tight. At the end of the day, whichever format it's going to be, we'll be involved, I'm sure, and we'll be a dominant force. In the meantime, the longer the delay is out there, the more satellite we're selling, so it's still good for the company.
We were talking earlier about opportunities in Africa, because in your results you do say that the demand in the rest of Africa kind of offset the slowdown in demand in South Africa. Just talk us through some of the opportunities in some of the countries that you're specifically targeting.
Well, we opened up a new branch in Swaziland, which means Ellies got its own branches in Swaziland, Namibia and Botswana now. Mm-hmm. We also established agencies in Zambia and Zimbabwe. We've got our existing agency in Maputo. And slowly we're going into Africa. We're not being cowboys. We're doing it very cautiously. Mm-hmm. But we still believe in the strategy of 5 years ago of the African Renaissance. And we believe that business will increase year after year in Africa. And we want to be part of the forefront of that.
On the other hand, just looking at other sections of your business, the mergers and acquisitions, in terms of your Megatron acquisition, suffered a little bit during the recession because of the slowdown in the mining and residential sectors, as well as your infrastructural electrification division. Are you expecting this to turn around, and if so, when are you looking at?
We've already seen a turnaround in the current year that we at the moment. Some projects have come online, and we should see a decent recovery in the infrastructure electronics for our next year end.
In terms of the kind of turmoil that we're seeing the South African mining sector enveloped at the moment, is that a big concern for you?
Not really. The majority of the business we're dealing in with the mines is out of South Africa into the DRC, etc. And it's pretty stable there at the moment. And with the copper prices going up, there seems to be a revival in business opportunities.
Looking at other power opportunities, green energy is obviously a big area for you. You were telling me earlier that you're opening a big, absolutely green building. Just talk us through those opportunities there.
Levering off Megatron, Deirdre Otto, he's heading it up. We're creating a green building whereby the computers will run off solar power, obviously solar geysers. We're going to go for wind generation and create a totally green environment. Now, with this business, we're going to do it in 2 steps. One would be a corporate offering where we can go to a business and say, can we make you green, and do a full audit and implement a green technology from start to end. And there will also be a retail offerings where we'll offer solar geysers through retail. So we're attacking both sides of the market.
Just in terms of some of the changing legislation, we still don't have a proper, I know we've got a 4-page document, a power outline for South Africa, but does the concern around legislation, is it a worry for you?
No, I think it's a little bit slower. I think as well we've got to find, let's call it proper legislation around solar geyser installations, etc. But I think it's going to be a case of dealing with the bigger companies to start. where you can have your warranties, where if something does go wrong, you always got backup. And so I think the Consumer Protection Act in one will be a big guard against smaller companies coming in with low quality goods.